After sales were suspended for over a year, Suica and PASMO are available again within Tokyo. In this video, I'll show you how to buy these IC transportation cards at train stations within Tokyo, Tokyo Haneda Airport, and Tokyo Narita Airport. But first, let's quickly talk about how these transportation cards work. Suica and PASMO are the two main transportation cards for Tokyo and Eastern Japan. If you're arriving in Osaka, you can get an Ikoka instead. All of the cards shown on screen are essentially completely compatible with each other, so as a tourist, you can just get whichever one is most convenient when you first arrive. To use Suica, PASMO, or any other major IC card on the trains and subways in major cities, you'll just tap your card when entering through the gates and tap again when exiting, and it'll automatically calculate your fare. This means that every single person in your group needs their own IC card. If you run out of money on your card, you'll find kiosks both inside and outside of the paid area of stations where you can top off your card with cash. In addition to the metro and trains, IC cards can be used to pay on buses, at convenience stores, and at vending machines. A lot of places also have lockers that accept IC cards if you need a place to temporarily store your luggage. When you buy a normal Suica or PASMO, 500 yen will be a deposit, and any remaining amount that you pay will be loaded onto the card as a usable balance. So, if you buy a PASMO for 2,000 yen, you'll get 1,500 yen on the card, which can be used to pay for things. If you refund your card at a relevant ticket office, you'll get any remaining balance and the 500 yen deposit back, but there is a 220 yen processing fee. Of course, you don't have to refund your card when you leave Japan and can just hold on to the card for your next trip to Japan. Any funds on the card will remain usable as long as you use your card at least once every 10 years. Suica and PASMO come in three major varieties: blank, personalized, and mobile. Personalized cards require you to enter some personal information when you get the card, but if you ever lose your card, you can go to the relevant ticket office and they should be able to transfer your remaining balance onto a new card. The advantage of a non-personalized card is that some places, like Tokyo Narita Airport, have kiosks where you can refund a blank card. If you want to refund a personalized card, you'd have to wait in line at the office and go through a more lengthy process. iPhone users can use mobile Suica or PASMO instead of purchasing a physical card. This is not available on Android devices purchased outside of Japan. The advantage of a mobile card is that you can use a credit card to top it off in the app in addition to using cash at the machines. But some people do have problems when trying to use a non-Japanese credit card in the app. Anyway, I'll now show you how you can buy a Suica at JR stations in the greater Tokyo area. First, find a machine, but avoid these ones that are only for charging your card. You can change the machines to English and then select the option to purchase a name-inscribed Suica. It's pretty straightforward, but some people do run into issues at the phone number step. The machine might expect a 10 or 11-digit phone number that begins with the number 0. If you don't have a Japanese phone number, what works for a lot of people is adding zeros to the beginning of their foreign phone number. JR will not send you text messages or anything, so you don't have to worry. But if that doesn't work for you, you can go to a manned office at major stations, some of which I've listed on screen. Whether you go to a machine or an office, expect to pay in cash, with the Suica's minimum being 1,000 yen. This month, I went to multiple stations that used to sell PASMO before the pandemic and found that machines at quite a few stations were not issuing new cards. The stations that seemed most likely to be able to sell me a PASMO were those that were larger and served by both Tokyo Metro and Toei Subway, such as Nihonbashi. If the station closest to you is not issuing new PASMO cards, then I'd say it's best to go to a JR station, which seems to have a greater chance of having Suica available. Now, I'll show you how to buy these cards at Tokyo Haneda Airport, starting with Terminal 3, where most international flights arrive. After you exit baggage claim, you'll see an information booth in front of you. Go to your left and you'll find a currency exchange and a couple of ATMs. After you get cash, walk past the information booth and to the right, you'll see the station for the KQ line. Here, there's a counter where you can purchase a PASMO for 2,000 yen using cash. To my surprise, I got a non-personalized PASMO, but if you want to add your name to it, you can use the machines next to the manned counter. Guidance will be displayed in English. Currently, normal Suica cards are not being sold at Haneda Airport, but across from the KQ station, there is a machine that sells the Welcome Suica for tourists. While normal Suica cards have a 500 yen deposit, the Welcome Suica has no deposit. But the major disadvantages of the Welcome Suica are that you cannot refund it to get your remaining balance back, and the card is only usable for 28 days after you purchase it. The machine for Welcome Suica does accept credit cards, but many people, including myself, have had our non-Japanese credit cards rejected by the machine, so you might still have to pay in cash. The tourist version of PASMO, called PASMO Passport, is currently discontinued, so you can't buy it anymore. If you're on one of the flights that happen to arrive in Terminal 2, you can follow the signs for the KQ station, which will take you downstairs. Here, there is a window where you can purchase a PASMO. But this counter does close at night, so if you're on one of the later flights, you might have to go outside to bus stop number 9, where you can take the free shuttle over to Terminal 3. And then once in Terminal 3, you can purchase a PASMO or a Welcome Suica. Now I'll show you how to buy these cards at Tokyo Narita Airport. Whether you arrive at Terminal 1 or Terminal 2, it can be a little bit overwhelming after you exit baggage claim, so I recommend asking someone for help if you can't find the ATMs or the currency exchanges. After you get cash, you can take the escalators downstairs to the train station level. In both terminals, there will be a JR East Travel Service Center, as well as a Skyliner and Keisei Information Center. Currently, you cannot buy a regular Suica card at Narita Airport, but you can buy a Welcome Suica at the JR East Travel Service Center. The Skyliner and Keisei Information Center is currently selling regular PASMO cards. In both cases, you'll have to pay for your card in cash. If you want to buy a Welcome Suica using a credit card, or the line at the JR East Travel Service Center is too long, you can head over to the JR station off to the right, and here there should be a couple of machines that sell the Welcome Suica. Unlike at Haneda Airport, these machines seem to have no problems with foreign credit cards. If you made it to this part of the video, consider checking out the playlist on screen where I'll be adding more videos about travel to Japan. And I want to thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video.